About a month ago, we prepared our nurseries, and right now what we are doing is the process of hardening off, whereby we want to prepare our onions to adjust to the prevailing weather conditions in the farm. And what we are doing actually now, we are trimming the leaves of the onion so that we give them like 3 to 1 week after trimming so that we can move them to the main farm. And there is 3 main reasons personally that I'm going to trim the leaves. One is because that as you can see, they've got very broad leaves, and if you take them to the field this way, they'll take a little bit longer time because some of the leaves have to dry, and during that period of drying, you find that a lot of water will be lost through the same leaves. So as you understand that any plant undergoes a process of transpiration. Transpiration is where is it transpiration? Yeah, I think it's something like that, where water is lost from the leaves. So as we transplant these seedlings, and the roots will not be in the process of like 1 week, not 1 week, but in a short period, the roots will not be absorbing the nutrients from the soil. So the water that is in the stem will be lost through the leaves. So the main reason for me as I trim these leaves is so that I will reduce the surface area of transpiration. That is the loss of water through the stomatas of the leaves. Then the other thing is that now I want to introduce some stress to these seedlings so that when I introduce that stress, like even you when you are injured, you develop some stress, and you also now try to come up with some ways of adjusting to that stress. So I also want to introduce stress to these onions, the seedlings, so that they can develop a way now of sustaining themselves. And in the process, the stem is going to become a little bit bigger, and it's also going to develop some more roots. Then the main or the last reason is that whatever these seedlings have got, or any plant has got the hormones that we call auxins hormone. These auxin hormones enable any plant to grow up or to move up. Now, once we cut the elongated leaves, you find that the auxins, I think you can come closer, the auxins are going to now solidify on the stem, ensuring that now the stem is going to be bigger and ready for transplantation. So I'm going to show you how you're going to trim the leaves. It's not, I don't call it cutting, I call it trimming of the leaves. We trim the leaves. This is how we do it. You do it with a very sharp knife, like this one. You trim the leaves like this one. This is how you do it, slowly, with a very sharp knife. Some of you will say I should have used some scissors, but remember, I'm just a farmer. I'm not an agronomist, because what might work for you, I'm doing this because this is what is working for me. And remember, what might work for me might not work for you. So you find your way that you can do it. You don't cut everything, you just trim the leaves. That's how you do it. Slowly, using a very sharp knife, taking care of your hands so that you don't cut yourself or you don't hurt yourself. So you do it. Now you do it slowly. Just trim your leaves carefully. And then, after trimming the leaves, I was almost forgetting to tell you something. You know, now you've exposed your leaves to some the fungal infections are now, you've opened your onions or your seedlings. Now the fungal infections, because the leaves are open, they are, you find that they might be attacked by some fungal infections. So what you're going to do right now, we are going, after we trim the leaves, we are going to apply some fungicides so that we prevent our seedlings from being affected by fungal infections. And also we are going to apply something called optimizer. It's a biostimulant that relieves the stress. Ni kama tu vile nimewambia. If something like if you have a wound, you're going to get stressed. Even the onions and the other seedlings, you find that they're going to get stressed. So to remove the stress, you're going to apply a biostimulant. We are using optimizer. you can also choose to use a maximizer. So this is what you're doing, and in the next 1 week also, or maybe 3 days from now, our onions will be ready for transplantation, and you're going to walk through the process together. So that is what we're going to do in other nurseries to ensure that all the leaves of the seedlings are well trimmed, and then we apply the optimizer and the fungicide, so that, and I've also noticed we are suffering a lot of we've got some cutworms. We're also going to mix with some pesticides to ensure that the leaves or the seedlings are not affected by the cutworms. So follow us as we move from the nurseries. We enter to the main field in the preparation. I'm going to show you how you're going to plant them there. Walk with us the whole journey. And somebody will ask for how long our seedlings have stayed in these nurseries. This is the 40th day, and we had estimated that we want these seedlings to stay in the nursery for 45 days, and we are going to hit that target because this is our 40th day. So on the 45th, we are going to transplant. So for the next 3 to 5 days, after trimming the leaves, they are going to stay here for like 3 to 5 days, and on the 45th day, we transplant them to the main field. So continue watching us, and if you've not subscribed, kindly do so, so that anytime we upload our videos on farming, you're going to see it. Until our next video, I'm going to say bye.